Well, the issue of Alberta oil and how to get it to key markets has also become a major political issue south of the border. The Obama administration is weighing its options on the Keystone XL pipeline proposal, which would transport oil to refineries along the U.S. Gulf Coast. Opposition to the pipeline is strong, and despite a chorus of voices pushing for it, especially in Alberta and Saskatchewan, there's no guarantee President Obama will say yes. Our Washington Bureau Chief Eric Sorensen is here now with more on that. Eric?
Donna, because the pipeline would cross the border, it has to satisfy one question. Is it in the United States' national interest? And the answer can only come from one person, the U.S. president. Will he or won't he? President Obama is expected to make a final decision on Keystone XL this year.
He doesn't have to woo the Republicans. He doesn't have to woo the Democrats. He by himself is able to say yes or no.
Friday's 2,000-page State Department review is the latest input for President Obama to consider. It suggests limited environmental impact whether Keystone goes ahead or not, paving the way, says this analyst, for approval.
It was always going to be a symbolic gesture, but now, given the figures from the State Department's report, it's clear that there are very few environmental benefits to be found by blocking the pipeline.
Although the U.S. oil industry is booming, refineries on the Texas Gulf Coast, the end point of the Keystone pipeline, want heavy crude and would prefer Alberta's over Venezuela's.
Our refineries in the Gulf have been retuned to accept heavier crudes, and that is tailor-made for Canadian crude, and that would allow us the opportunity to not import crude from some countries that, don't necessarily like us so much.
What do we want? Climate justice!
The environmental movement has not given up. They've staged innumerable protests outside the White House and point to Obama's renewed emphasis on climate.
We must do more to combat climate change.
But Obama also promotes an all-of-the-above energy plan, and that includes oil and gas development.
That's got to be part of an all-of-the-above plan.
As for Keystone XL,
this is a linchpin, critical decision.
For pipeline opponents, Keystone will define Obama's environmental legacy.
That decision is going to determine how serious he is about addressing climate change, both for the implications of the decision and for the fact that there's no one else to blame but the president.
The State Department review is not the final report, but if the president accepts the analysis that the oil sands will be developed anyway, then proponents hope and critics fear that Obama will tip in favor of the Keystone XL pipeline. Donna?